Hi everyone, I'm Hélène from Heredis. We are here today to see how Heredis works, and we are particularly going to see the online archives functionality from Heredis. Since Heredis 2015, we add a new feature that is in every version since 2015, and it is called Online Archives. So open Heredis and click on the Online Archives button. If you do not have this button, you can customize your toolbar and find it. Otherwise, you can find the access to Online Archives through the Find menu and search in Online Archives. Once you've done that, you will have a window that opens where you will be able to see an access to online archives from different countries. You will find different countries over there. If you do not find the country you are searching for, please check other countries. And if you do not find the website you are looking for, please suggest an archive to us. We will gladly add new archives in our system if you give us the URL address. So we are going to search for archives in the USA. And I want the Louisiana archives. So I click on USA, then online, Louisiana Online Archives. Then I go to digital collection to do my research. And I want someone from the Royal Military Hospital who died in New Orleans, right in this part. So we will open the archive. So you can see the register in front of your eyes. So feel free to scroll down and see if you can find your ancestor certificate, death certificate, or marriage certificate if it's a marriage you're looking for. So do your research as you will do in any other browser. Then, once you find the certificate you are looking for, click on the capture button. You will be able to rename the image. It's important to do it right here because once you will save you will go and process your capture, it will be saved in your media index. And if you do not rename the index, the name will be the date, the day you find the archive, and the hour you find the archive. That will mean you will not be able to find it easily in your media index. So please rename it. So give it a name. Something you will be able to easily find again in your media index. Then click OK. You can edit the image to change if you click on edit here to rotate it, to change the brightness or the contrast. You can modify a few things, so feel free to do it. You can invert the black and white. You can change a lot of things. You can also give it a date and put some notes. Do not forget to apply, and then you can close and go back to your image. You can see the changes of the image. You can crop your image to be able to keep only the parts you want to see. Before to crop or before to capture, make sure that the image is stable, because if it's not, you will not see everything in a good way. You will have pixels. So here is the certificate I was searching for. You can save it and keep a copy on your hard drive. I will definitely advise to save a copy on your hard drive or on your Google Drive, OneDrive, Dropbox, whatever you want, or an external hard drive. Why not? Keep a copy. You never know. So you give it a name. If you did rename the image, then Heredis will give it the same name. Then you choose where to keep the save and click on save. If the act is on 2 pages, feel free to capture the rest, and you will proceed the same way, but be sure to click on previous or next to rename, edit, crop, and save for every image. Then click on process my capture. Once you have done that, you will have a choice to make. You can save only on the media index and use it later. Since you renamed it, it will be easy to find. You can also enter data from a census. If you have a census record, you will have the Census Grid. I will advise you to see our special video for that. So you can enter data from a census. Do refer to our previous video on the census to understand how Census Grid works on Heredis. And then you can link to an event. If you do that, you will be able to select a person and find the person in your Heredis file, or to input. You will be able to input a new person. So what was the name? I think it was that. And manual. I know it's Garcia. Sorry. I'm sorry for mistaking the names. Then you can enter gender and everything, and you can input right here. Or if you select a person that is already inside your file, then you will have a list of all the events already in his personal data. So select it or create the person as you wish. Choose create an event. If the event is not already in your file, then select the events, death, and then you will be able to create a source. Do not create a source or choose a source, an existing source in your source index. Click on the focus and select the source you want, for example, and then you click on OK. Well, here I'm not going to use that an existing source. I'm going to create a new source. In commands, you will be able to put the information you want in the citation part. For example, page 4, I think. Do not forget to assign the media. Do you want to assign the media to the source, to the citation, or to the event? If you do not have the citation, it only means that you are in the simple mode source managing system. So you can go to Heredis preferences to change it. When you're done, validate. And now you will be able to enter the source. So it will give you a few things according to what you selected before. So you can click on the eye to display the source and change it. Find what kind of type of archive it is. Put a source title. Repository is who has the original. Then you can enter all kind of data, and the quality of the data is very important. 0 means that you're not sure. 1, that's okay, but you're not sure. 2, you're pretty sure, but you missed something. And 3, you are sure, definitely. Then enter OK. I did ask for the media to be in the events, not in the source. So if I click on the I will not find the media here, okay, the image I captured. I will not find it in the citation since I didn't ask the Heredis to put the image in the citation. But I will find it here in the events because I asked Heredis to assign the media in the citation, in the event, sorry. So you can fill all the fields and put the date, the place, complete the source if you missed something, add witnesses, and put your media. You can do it all after using online archives. So if I click again on online archives, Heredis memorize the last archives you were looking at. Okay, so if you are often going to the same archives, if you often use the same archive, do not go all again through the main page and then to USA and then to another link. Use bookmarks. Click on it, then add bookmark. You will save that website as a bookmark. And later, when you close Heredis and come back in a few days, click here. It doesn't work because I was using it right now. So, sorry. So later, when you come back, click on Online Archives, and instead of clicking on USA and then Louisiana and then find your the exact place you want to go, click on Bookmark and use the link. And you will be right at the archives you're using the most. You can edit the bookmark to change, for example, the name. Select the archives you want to change the name of. Click on Edit and, for example, well, let's see. I can't speak and I can't write. I'm sorry. Then close. And you will easily find the archives you often use. If you want to go back to the main page, click on the House button. Then go to another country and do your research anywhere else. So you can use the arrows to go to the previous page or the next page you want to see. Sometimes you might need to refresh the screen, so feel free to refresh. Capture, we already saw that. You can zoom in and zoom out. Two things. Make sure that your firewall is letting Heredis go through the internet. Let Heredis access to the internet. Otherwise, the online archives will not work. Make sure your antivirus is not blocking Heredis. Same thing, it won't work. And make sure also to have Adobe Flash Player, the last version of Adobe Flash Player, and the same thing for Adobe Reader, because some archives are using Adobe Reader. technology and some are using Adobe Flash Player technology. So please make sure those two free software are updated. You can click on Customize to customize your toolbar, but usually you have enough room on your screen to have access to all of the buttons. You can decide not to show icon and text, but only the icon or only the text, or use a small size if you have a small screen. Again, feel free to suggest us an archive. We will gladly add them. Thank you for watching us, and hopefully we'll see you soon on Heredis. Enjoy Heredis and let us know if you need anything.